Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this first edition of PCW Radio. I'm your host, Mia, and this is going to be really interesting because this is my first podcast here under the PCW label. It's been a long time since I've hosted a company. I've known most from my DRW radio appearances, but this is a new adventure for me, and so far it's been really awesome thanks to some of the people on this call, some of the people out in PCW working their asses off. I'm just really excited about all this. I have 5 guests here with me today, and they consist of the following. Zak Zero. If we can get Zak Zero to speak. Apparently Zak doesn't want to speak. Miguel Roderick.
Hello.
Cole Stoner.
Hi.
VTech.
Howdy.
And of course, I'm here, which means that things are about to get a little bit extreme. But that's not the point. Okay, so we have 11 matches set up for this week's pay-per-view, PCW Resurrection. Now remember, this pay-per-view will be available on the PCW network for just $9.90. No, that joke's old. I had to.
It's gonna be on there for $8.88.
$8.88. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So
So
first of all, we're gonna have a nice little pre-show on Friday. It's basically gonna feature some analysis, some interviews, some fun stuff, and it's gonna feature 2 matches now. Lucifer Exodus takes on Brian King, I should say, and Tyler H takes on Chris Greenwood. Now, what do you guys think? Exodus King. Who wants to go first?
I do. Exodus.
Go on, Miguel. Anyone? Miguel, are you going to speak?
Wow. Oh, Lucifer's winning.
Anyone else have any thoughts on this?
Lucifer taking home.
How many times do you want to take Lucifer? Okay, Tyler H. Chris Greenwood.
Chris Greenwood. No way else Tyler H. winning this one.
That's fair. So that's the first night. And obviously, no one gives a damn about the first night because it's on the second and third nights that shit starts getting real. Let's begin with the first match. Let's break down The Law versus Skylar Vincent Levesque. And this will be really interesting to see because Skylar Vincent Levesque so far has only faced minorities. Women, black people, and he faces The Law, who is also known as being one of the top African-American wrestlers in the business today. Skylar Vincent Levesque has been making controversial comments. What do you guys think of this match right here?
Minority fights.
You guys are so quiet.
What are we talking about again?
Skylar Vincent Levesque versus The Law.
I say Skylar Vincent Levesque because he gives off that attitude that newcomers should have.
Very true. And Levesque is really, really good at talking. You love him or hate him, and you probably do hate him at this point. He is very, very good at saying what is on his mind. And we haven't seen that kind of thing at all in E-Feds in a while.
Actually, from what I saw in the last promo from Nate Faber, he cut a pretty good promo on myself and Torrance Haynes.
That's true. Nate Faber will be someone to watch, and he will have an interview segment for the pre-show, and I'm really excited about that. Along with Nate Faber, we will have an interview with Josh Williams, so that should be fun.
Why Josh Williams? I don't like that guy.
Doesn't matter if you like the guy or not. I need to have interviews with debuting superstars, so there's 2.
How about with Clint Jackson?
Keep it up. I'll have an interview with my foot up your ass. Next up, D.A. Richardson versus Susie Spitz. And this is interesting. Susie Spitz, obviously a very impressive talent, but D.A. Richardson coming back with the name change promises to make the world into art. What do you make of this match?
I say Susie Spitz for sure. I say D.A. is going to take it home.
Wow. Any particular reason behind that?
He's
new talent, Susie's Pastor Brian.
Fair enough.
Well, the big question is, we know Susie can spit because she's swallowed.
Ooh, the oldest joke in the book. Bam! So our next match that we're going to discuss is Christian Rainey versus Brian King. Anyone have any thoughts on this?
I think Christian Rainey will win.
Well, we know that Brian King is coming off of an impressive speech, right?
I vote the Click.
You vote the Click.
Damn right.
Is that legal?
Yeah, that's very illegal, especially considering who's involved.
Fair enough.
But ultimately, I believe that Brian King is going to surprise us. But if not, I will have to definitely go with, of course, Christian Rainey.
Well, remember, Brian King has 2 matches this weekend, and he has a very good chance of positioning himself very high within the company if he can win both. That might be something to watch out for. But then there's the Firestar versus Adam Rush match, and Adam Rush called in earlier into my office. He told me that no matter what, he's going to find a way to dispose of Firestar Hart, and he's willing to go to any lengths to do so. Of course, this rivalry has been budding for over a year. Firestar Hart's career was set off track by Adam Rush, and this is Firestar's first match in over a year. What do you guys think will happen here?
Well, Firestar Hart isn't ready to get back in the ring.
Actually, that's a false lie because Firestar Hart fought before this year.
Did anyone care about his match this year?
No.
There you go.
Athlete at Tyler H.
Go
No
on.
one cares about his match. No one cares about him. Ultimately, you're going to see Adam Rush walk out with it.
We're going to see Adam Rush hit a spear for the win.
All right. Well, the final match of night 1, of course, is one that everyone is excited for. This is supposed to be the match that makes a big, big difference. This is a generation, once in a lifetime match. Chris Zero versus Stoner, and both men have been silent thus far, but you have to believe that they're concocting something. And today, we will have Cole Stoner here for you guys. Stoner, what do you have to say about this match?
Well, the simple thing is I'm facing Chris Zero, a man who positions himself high on top of the mountain and even goes as far as to call himself a god. But he doesn't know what a true god is, and he never will. So maybe I have to take him around a trip to Valhalla, because after this battle, there's no coming back. There's no other way I'm going to let this man slip away from me one more time. I'm going to end Zero. And make sure to go on PCWshop.com for the new Die Zero Die t-shirts.
God damn it.
Damn! Wow! Any thoughts after hearing that? I know my personal thought is that I wouldn't want to be Chris Zero.
I think Stoner will get a big victory over Chris Zero at Resurrection Night 1.
As much as I don't like him, fight, Zero, fight.
Wow! Something's looking really good here. Well, that's night 1. And that, of course, is going to be live on the PCW network as well. But wait, there's more. Night 2 is where things start getting really big. Things pick up more even as we hurtle towards an even bigger event next month when PCW Revolution comes to Baltimore, Maryland. It will be the weekend of December 13th and 14th, I believe, and that may be wrong. Oh, no, it's December 12th and 13th with the pre-show on the 11th, but that's not the point. This is our first pay-per-view, and of course, we have VTech with us. VTech, what do you think of PCW as a successful owner yourself in HOPW? I think VTech thinks silence.
Sorry, I'm back. I was on the phone.
You're good. We just asked what you think. What do you think of PCW thus far, considering you're a successful owner yourself of HOPW?
you're doing what I did, which is good, but in the long term, you're going to have to expand out and get all these other people that other people know, because you want to build yourself around people that you know that will be loyal and won't leave you after like, you know, a month or 2 months or 2 weeks in general. But you want to keep it small, keep it strong, and then after you get that small group that's really established, grow it out. Because that's what I did with, like, you know, I had, you got to remember, I had Rainey when he wasn't like as crazy as he is now. Rainey was like slowly becoming like a big deal. I had Donald when he was like nothing. I had Josh Knight when he was nothing. I had HBX when they were nothing. I had Nate when he was still trying to find himself. I had a bunch of people who were like nothing, and then they became someone through HOPW and other companies, and it kind of expanded where I had to get other people to fill in the gaps, because you would have this established group of people that were so good that now I have to mix up together the blend of people that are really good in my company with people who are good in general in other companies. So I think you're in that stage of where you're getting an established group of people for yourself before you can get everybody else, like the VTechs and the Stoners and the Rainies and the Deleons, and, you know, people who can work in any company, but they won't necessarily have a story with that company, which is the bad part, because anyone can come in and just, you know, win a match, but you want to tell a story also sometimes.
Well, thank you, Zak. Do you have anything else? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off if I did.
No, it's completely good. I mean, I was kind of done. It's like my little passionate 2 cents, because I'm in that stage of like, I don't have time to run a story. So if I'm doing something with a story, I have to very subtly put it in there and let the promos speak for themselves now.
Well, you know how I feel about HOPW. I've always been a big supporter, and I've never wanted to see you like fall out of it, because you're one of the better owners around here, and it's really nice. Of course, another Federation owner is Zak Zero, and Zak, you have a big match against GVD to open night number 2 of PCW Resurrection, and I'm gonna let you rip at GVD now.
I talked to you on Mayhem. If I lose against GVD, I will not compete. I will end my PCW contract short. But when I beat GVD, I will take my break. I will come back. I will beat Miguel for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I will leave with the championship like I deserve to.
Well, what if you face a Torrance? Have you even considered that possibility?
I haven't, because there's no chance in hell Torrance will be able to leave the title.
Wow. Strong words. And remember, Zak Zero faces GVD, and the winner becomes #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship via a challenge from GVD. And I said it myself. I'm like, GVD, if you win this match, you deserve to be World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know how the hell you're going to win this match.
Not only is this the first match on the Zero Hearts Tour, this is also going to be my first shot and proving ground in PCW.
This is very true. Now, remember, there was a Battle Royale that did not end your way, Zak Zero. And before we hit that, I want to get anyone's thoughts on GVD Zak Zero. Anyone have any?
I have fun on GVD. How much do I have to pay to never hear his name again?
Woo! Woo!
You
Wow!
have to pay anything, because after this pay-per-view, no one's going to remember him.
I mean, I'm still gonna hear it.
He's already a forgettable name, so it's okay.
Well, GVD calls himself the Black Ric Flair, after all. So maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to pull some magic off?
There's no nature about that. That's against nature.
Well, up next will be the American Championship match. Blaze, April Lee, Steve Starkiller Smith. Now, of course, April Lee and Steve Starkiller Smith pinned each other on Proving Ground to eliminate each other. Therefore, Mia went out and declared it co-winners. So they have now there's a triple threat for the American Championship, and that should be really interesting. Remember, every championship match in PCW is contested under championship rules. This means no countouts and no disqualifications. Does anybody have any thoughts on this triple threat?
My thoughts? I was screwed.
Oh, Zach.
My thoughts? Why should I care?
Well, and I can understand where you're coming from on that, but you can't deny that April Lee and Blaze and Starkiller aren't three of the most impressive young talents on the roster.
I've heard bigger names and I've heard smaller names, but Steve Starkiller is the only big name I hear currently.
That's fair. And April Lee is someone that's up and coming, and Blaze is someone that could be up and coming if he would get his act together. I honestly don't see Blaze walking out the American champion.
Sorry, Stoner, but I see April Lee walking out as a new American champion and possibly bringing some new talent with her, not people-wise, but herself-wise, to the ring.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with this. Starkiller has a chance, but the problem with Starkiller is that he takes too many risks, and I feel like one of his risks is going to fail, and April Lee's going to take advantage.
I mean, he's focused on about being this Hollywood guy, about being what he thinks he's going to be, but later on in life, he has to realize that there are going to be difficult challenges in front of him, and one of them is becoming champion, which he doesn't take that much seriously.
Roderick, I'm going to interrupt you right here. This man won the Battle of New Orleans. He has every single shot of glory.
We all know that he has a shot at the MBW championship, but I'm just saying here in PCW, it's a little bit, harder to do.
Yeah.
Franklin, hold on. Franklin, would you like to say something?
I was actually going to say something about the whole GVD thing, but apparently that's kind of over now.
No. This is fully for.
Well, I'm a big fan of Zach. GVD, not much. So if Zach retires GVD, I'd be very, very happy to just see him go away and never have to work another day in E-Feds again.
Damn.
Well, at least he's honest.
Well, does anybody else have any closing thoughts about the American Championship?
No, you can move on to the next match.
All right, next is the Triangle Ladder match between the teams of DP Stone and The Law, Torrance and Jeffrey, and Exodus and Genesis of the Fall of Man. And I got to tell you, this match is looking very interesting. Of course, this match was set up by the fact that Stone and Law, as well as Torrance and Jeffrey, both called out Genesis and Exodus and asked for a match. So now we have a triple threat Triangle Ladder Tag Team Championship match. And personally, it's not looking very good for Genesis and Exodus.
Why?
Because this is a triple threat tag team match with weapons. They don't even control their own destinies.
No, to be honest, I believe that Exodus and Genesis will walk out of this match as the tag team champions because they both bring a new side to wrestling. They bring a new side to tag team wrestling, to be more specific.
That's fair.
And if there's weapons involved, we all know Lucifer loves his weapons. So yeah.
That's true. Anyone else? If not, we will move on.
Go ahead.
So the Rising Stars Championship match. The tournament has finally ended. Boris Graham takes on TJ Shadows, and the winner has the right to be called the Rising Stars Champion. And remember, the Rising Stars Championship is big for one reason. It means that you are guaranteed a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. All you have to do is cash in with at least an hour's notice. This is a big championship. You can either hold it or you can cash it in. It doesn't matter either way.
Don't you have to defend the belt at least 3 times before cashing?
No. But if someone wants a shot at the Rising Stars Championship, well, God damn it, you got to be a fighting champion because I'm going to book it.
All right, how about I think no offense to Boris Graham, but he's a true potential champion here in PCW. But I believe TJ Shadows will walk out of this match with the Rising Stars Championship around his waist, no matter what.
I do as well.
Sad Woes is winning.
Because he has this side to him that he can unleash anywhere he wants. And he is this big, strong guy, while Boris Graham is a little bit stronger. I'm not saying weak or anything, but stronger than TJ Shadows. But Shadows relies on his ability of flight and his, not flight technically, but his ability of brawling.
Shadows has the mindset of a champion.
And that is very true, Zach. And if I may, that's why Boris Graham cannot walk out the Rising Stars champion. He's still just learning.
He's still building up to the prestige of being a champion, but not yet. Yes, Franklin, you can say something.
All right. I want to say, I've recently taken up doing live commentary with TJ Shadows as my commentary partner, and we're constantly doing back and forth banter. And doing that back and forth banter, I've learned that TJ Shadows is one of the quickest men when it comes to thinking on his feet. Boris Graham is a great potential talent. I'll even go ahead and show him as one of the future talents in e-fighting. But TJ has that experience and that quickness that you develop with time, and I don't think Boris has really had the time to develop that. That's why I think TJ Shadows is going to come out with a win. Now, speaking of the Rising Star Championship, I really, really enjoy the concept of anywhere, anytime, but it kind of plays on both sides, where it can be defended at any time, but it can also be cashed in at any time.
Well, remember, with the Rising Stars Championship, you do have to give them an hour's notice because it's only fair. That way, no one can go around and say, I stole this from a certain other company.
Shall we move on to the main event?
We shall. And this is where Miguel Roderick finally gets to say his piece. Roderick versus Banks. Game 5. This is it. Winner takes all. No matter what. Winner takes all.
So, Mia, may I say something?
Yes, you may. Go ahead, Miguel. Say your piece.
Well, let's see. Torrance Banks, over these past few weeks, apparently, he's been trying to get in my head, saying that he's going to kill me. He's going to destroy me. He's going to make sure that I am not going to be able to walk, breathe, or even eat after this match. But I am going to be sure that I will knock his ass out for not only myself, but for everyone in the back that has the potential of being a world champion. Now, I'm talking about you, Zak Zero, as well. Because I know you're going to beat GBD. And I know that you and I are going to fight one of these days for that belt. And I'll be ready for that.
And luckily, Franklin will get to speak again. Go forth, Franklin.
Miguel, as someone who helped train you and helped you rise up the ranks, if you lose to Torrance Banks, I'm disowning you.
Wow. And Miguel, you know,
I agree with him.
and Miguel, you know just as well how I feel about you. And you know how I feel about Torrance.
You say I'm your son.
I have said that you are my son numerous times.
I agree with you a little bit, but not that much. But I don't want to be exactly like you.
No, you shouldn't be exactly like me. I've told you time and time again, don't be just like me. Take a smarter path. That being said, you also have to understand that Torrance and I go way back. So I can't play favorites in this match.
You built
I am
Torrance.
100% sure that I don't care who's winning the match. All I know is that I will be winning the World Championship.
Oh, no, you won't, Zach, because if you have to fight me, it's going to be a long damn battle until you are able to even achieve that victory.
Guys, I live in the next county over to Miguel, and if he loses this match, I'm literally going to bury him in sand.
I've beaten names like Chris DeLeon. I will be beating TJ Shadows. And soon enough, I will be beating Stoner.
Well, remember, folks, all this is on PCW Resurrection, live on the PCW Network for just, say it with me, guys, $9.99. Anyway, this has been
You guys are idiots. No.
This has been the first ever edition of PCW Radio. Miguel, this has been the first ever edition of PCW Radio. Remember, Resurrection is this weekend. Friday is the pre-show. Saturday and Sunday is the main show. And remember, the weekend of December 12th and December 13th is PCW Revolution, where we will see the winner of Zak Zero and GVD take on whoever the world champion is at the time. Thank you all for tuning in, and you all have a good night.